What is going on, everyone? We are finally back with a new World of Warcraft Let's Play. I'm super psyched about this. A lot of you have been commenting on the videos saying, hey, when are we going to get more episodes? When are we going to get a new Let's Play? Well, we're heading into BlizzCon weekend, and I figured it was the perfect time to make this happen. And we're going to go with a Gnome warrior. Just a little guy, a beefy fella who's ready to push. So let's go ahead and customize this guy. We're going to call him Beefy Tank, because surely he's a pumper. We'll give him slightly bronzed skin. Check out the different faces we have. I don't want to spend too long customizing because I'm ready to get in there and deal some damage. Now, what kind of hairdo? Oh my god, they have crazy hairstyles for the gnome now, actually. That's awesome. How about just a bald? No, I can't go with the bald. We're going, we're gonna go with the faux hawk. Make him real stylish. Hair color, ooh. We'll do like an old wizened man. Tuskar, we got the, ooh, I do like the options they have for mustaches on the gnome. These are fun. We'll go full, I love that. Just a huge, some beefy eyebrows, bushy. Eye color, we'll go blue. Eyesight, he's got both. Next, we're definitely starting, and the gnome, wow, so there's a new starting zone for the gnome. The Gnomergon starting zone, so let's do it. All right, Beefy Tank, here he is, let's go. And so it begins. I'm actually psyched for this. I haven't seen this intro either.
Given the recent political upheaval in Ironforge, the gnomes have suddenly found themselves unwelcomed guests within the city. Leveraging their ingenious technologies and unquenchable spirit for adventure, the gnomes have begun to reevaluate their role within Cosmodon. Under the inventive leadership of High Tinker Gelbin Mechatork, the gnomes now plan a daring campaign against the barbarous Trogs to retake their former capital of Gnomergon. With the odds stacked against them, the gnomes are counting on brave heroes such as you to stand and be counted. Your people's greatest hour draws near.
Okay, this is very cool because previously, when you were a gnome, you started in the dwarf area, which, let's zoom out a little bit, was right down here, I want to say, Coldridge Valley. Classic area, but this is very cool that we have a new starting zone for the gnome. I don't even know when, this could have been in the game for a while, and I don't even know. I'm going to do my classic things I do when I start, which is put on auto loot, and I typically pop a couple action bars on here. And otherwise, we're going to begin. Now, if you're new to my channel, I typically do an immersive Let's Play. So we're going to really be locked in. We're going to read the quest text. We're going to take in the story and see what's going on. And thus far, it seems like we are kind of on an adventure to get back Gnomergon. So I'm psyched to see kind of how that goes and how the story plays out. Now, before we start the quests, let's take a look at some of our passive skills. We have Escape Artist down on the bar. Great. That lets us escape the effects of immobilization or movement speed reduction effects. Fantastic. We have Arcane Damage Reduction. Warriors can wear cloth, etc. Up to plate eventually. Engineering and weapon skills. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Haste also increased with our race. All right. Here we go.
Greetings.
My name is Nevin Twistwrench, and I'm the commander of the Survivor Assistance Facilitation Expedition, or SAFE. I don't know how you managed to survive the radiation down here, Beefy Tank, but most of the others haven't fared so well. My team is rounding up the survivors, but the radiation-addled leper gnomes are too numerous for us to hold back much longer. They've lost their minds. If you're still strong enough to wield a weapon or cast a spell, would you help us clear out some of these leper gnomes? Absolutely.
Have a great day now.
I'd be honored. All right, let's see what we can do with these leper gnomes. Now, as a warrior, my first skill is Slam. I always wondered about Slam. It was a, it used to be, in Classic, a casted skill. Now it seems to just be instant cast, but it does require Rage. And we just kind of hit the target for 6 physical damage. So let's just go out here and bash down a couple of these guys. I believe I need 6. I find that the Let's Plays are fun when we kind of slow it down and take in the story. They make me slow down and take in the story, which is nice. Is this guy glitched? He seems to be. That guy might be too. Are they... What? Are they all glitched? Something weird going on there. I like to slow it down and take in the story because typically what I do when I'm playing WoW is I'm just pushing a pace. I get in and I don't read the quests. I think a lot of people probably play like this, and they just try to grind it out. And what I like to do here is make it immersive, make it storytelling, make it enjoyable for you, make it feel like maybe you're listening to a podcast or you have this on in the background while you're doing something else, or maybe you're, you know, falling asleep to this. Whatever it may be, I want it to be relaxing, I want it to be fun, informative, and kind of all the above. And you're just here along for the ride as we indulge in the story that is what's going on for Beefy Tank here. So let's head back. We've taken out some leper gnomes who are trying to take over Gnomergon, or I suppose the Trogs already have Gnomergon.
Pleased to meet you.
Well done, Beefy Tank. My men can take it from here. Let's focus on getting the other survivors out now. And we hit level 2, we now have a charge, so I'm going to swap these in the toolbar. I'm going to start preparing my men to leave this place. We can't hold out here any longer. I want you to move to a forward position in the middle of the large room ahead. You should find Carvo Blastbolt there. He'll give you further instructions. Good luck, Beefy Tank, and I'll see you on the surface. So we're trying to dig our way out from inside of Gnomergon. I just have to basically head on in and up, so we will do that now. Carvo Blastbolt. Let's see what he's got to say to us.
Can I help you?
Did Nevin send you ahead? That means he's getting ready to end the mission. But there are still survivors to be rescued. We have to help them.
Off and away.
We absolutely do. If we don't do something quick, neither Nevin nor the survivors will make it out, if you're alive. I'm going to give you my squad's emergency teleport beacon. We still have enough strength and ammunition to fight our way out of here, but those survivors are in no condition to make a run for it. Use the beacon on survivors to arrange for them to be teleported out of here to the safe area my men have set up. Once you've done that, report back to me. We'll make arrangements to get you out of here as well.
Be seeing you.
Alright, we gotta save some folks who are in trouble. Here's a survivor, let's get him some help. Great. Okay, we've got a lot more folks down here, so let's head down and see if we can help all these guys out. They seem quite afraid. Ooh, Leper Nonus engaged us. We also received a charge skill, which allows us to charge an enemy, dealing damage and rooting for 1 second. Okay, so we are helping 6 survivors here, using the teleport beacon. Easy enough. Now, this used to just be, was this part of, yeah, this was part of the map. I think this was just part of the Gnomergon entrance, and it really smart concept for them to turn it into a questing area. I think that was really ingenious. It was nice to mix it up from the Dwarven starting area. I don't think the gnomes and dwarves were originally supposed to have the same starting area, but it ended up that way and stayed that way for a long time.
Salutations.
I know Nevin will be pleased with all the survivors you managed to help. I still can't believe you managed to stay so strong down here in radiation. You've seen the shape of the other survivors. Let's get you to the loading room for decontamination.
Daylight's burning.
That's a level 3, and we have gotten Shield Slam, which, can we do without a shield? They gave me a shield to start. I love to see it. Excellent job gathering the survivors. They and you are the reason safe teams keep coming down here. Nevin won't rest until we've found and rescued every possible survivor. I'm sending my men to the loading room to prepare for decontamination. Please, follow them, and meet up with Gaffer Coalspring when you arrive. She'll set you up for decontamination and have you on your way to the surface.
You have a great day.
Alright, so we're continuing our trudge out of Gnomergon. The leper gnomes are out of control here. And so we trudge on. Okay, where are we headed here? Sorry, I got a little mixed up. I believe she must be in this room. Yes. Gaffer Coalspring.
Can I help you?
It's good to meet you, warrior. We rarely come across survivors as strong and capable as you. I can help get you decontaminated and on your way out of here.
All right, then.
You've been down here in Nomagon for a long time, Beefy Tank, and it's amazing that you've survived and kept your wits so long. We need to get you out. Before we can send you to the surface to join the rest of the gnomes, you have to go through the decontamination process. Just head into the next room and board the Sanitron 500. It will do the rest. It shouldn't even hurt. Much. When you're all done, check in with Technician Braggle. He'll make sure you get some suitable gear.
Be seeing you.
I don't know why I did that accent, but it did happen. Okay, decontamination process. Here we go. This is kind of cool. Oh my god. Okay. Commencing decontamination sequence. This is wild. Nomergon is super radiated, so they are cleansing me so I can actually escape to the outside. So can you even enter the instance this way anymore? I wonder how that works. Malfunction imminent.
Hey,
There. Now you're fit to head off to the surface and start your new life. The High Tinker will be delighted to hear your arrival.
off and away.
Nevin has just sent word that he and his men are making their way to the surface. He'll be waiting for you in the building that's safe and is established at his headquarters. See Torben Zapblast over there. Yeah, talk to him when you're ready to enter the surface, and he'll arrange to have you transported up there. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Beefy Tank, and I'm honored to have played a small role in helping you escape from Nomagon to start your life on the surface.
Seeing you.
Well, thanks, Technician Braggle.
Honored, I'm sure.
Send me to the surface, Torben. Wow, we made it out. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. Wow, there's so much going on in this area now that was not here before. And look at the map. New Tinkertown. So there's like a whole village here now. Music's the same. This is awesome. Okay. Where do I turn in? Up here. I'm super intrigued by this. I didn't know they did so much work in this zone.
Can I help you?
It's good to see you again, Beefy Tank. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to get so many survivors out of Nomagon this time. Everyone is going to be thrilled to meet you and hear your story.
Right.
It's a victory for us every time we're able to help another survivor escape from the contaminated halls of Nomagon. Warriors like you play an important part in the future of Nomagon. And to that end, our leader, High Tinker Mechatork, has assembled a team of trainers to help you learn your arts. Drill Sergeant Steamcrank will help you oversee your training and adjustment to life on the surface. He's waiting for you in the small practice field across the road. And we're gonna get a great green weapon out of
Daylight's
this.
burning.
Great, let's check it out. Let's get our warrior training in process. This is very cool.
Hey,
For a gnome who spent so much time inside Nomagon, you look positively fit and healthy, Beefy Tank. That's good. Before we complete what Operation Nomagon began, we're gonna need more warriors like you.
you have
Oh,
a
we
great
got the
day
very
now.
light saber. Awesome. Okay. Equipped. Can I wear the shield still? No, this is a two-hand. Okay, fine. Big damage. I don't know if you'll remember Megatork or not. Nevin tells me that memory loss is pretty common for a Nomagon survivor. Megatork, or more properly the High Tinker Megatork, is the leader of all the gnomes. He's made a habit of meeting with every rescued survivor personally. You should introduce yourself to him. He'll be with his war council beneath the tent in the center of town. I love that there's a town here. This is so cool. New Tinkertown. Like this, I quested in this area in Classic, and it's just like a quest zone. It's nothing. So I think it's sweet that they sort of like reintegrated everything.
Is there something
This
on
guy's
your
sweet.
mind?
Look at him. Look at how cool he looks. It's good to meet you, Beefy Tank. You've probably heard others speaking of Operation Nomagon. Let me tell you a bit about what happened and why we left the dwarven city of Ironforge. So the gnomes left the city of Ironforge. Interesting. So they moved Tinkertown out here? Is that true inside of Ironforge? Like, if you go into the map of Ironforge? Can I even get in there? Is there not a Tinker? There is still Tinkertown, so...
Well, fancy seeing you here.
The dwarves of Ironforge kindly took us in when the Trog invasion, and radiation forced us to leave Nomagon for the first time, which happened before WoW started. But even the kindness of friends can't quell the longing for home. I sent out a call to brave gnomes and other members of the Alliance to help us regain control of Nomagon and defeat the usurper Thermoplug once and for all. We weren't able to achieve everything Operation Nomagon set out to do, but Thermoplug is on the run, and we're closer to home than ever.
Never reject
Well,
an
we're just
idea
outside,
at
quite
hand.
frankly. Okay, learn about Operation Nomergon. How do I do such a thing?
We assembled a mighty force and defeated Thermoplug's
Oh, he's telling
servants,
us now.
fighting our way into the city. But the usurper Thermoplug had one last trick up his sleeve.
My voice for him was quite different, but that's okay. Even now, only the safe teams dare to venture far into the city to search for survivors. Meanwhile, Thermoplug has sent one of his followers, Crushcog, to distract us and buy time for him to dig in.
Where are
Ding, we got
Thermoplug's
hamstring,
defense
love it.
forces?
We're gonna need all the weapons, inventions, and soldiers we can get in order to defeat Razio Crushcog and his followers. Over to the northeast, you'll find Engineer Grindspark, one of a new generation of brilliant gnomish minds. Why, he hasn't had an explosion in over 3 prototypes. But enough bragging. Engineer Grindspark is working on a bot that he says will help clean up the toxic airfield. You should introduce yourself to him. See if he needs any help testing it.
Remember,
Very cool.
safety
Let's
first.
check out the engineer and see what he's got going on. These are fun to play because I've never done, like, they've just fully redone the quests, which is very cool.
Salutations. Pleased to meet you.
Hey, so Mechatalk himself has heard of my little project? Splendid. I'm almost finished my latest prototype, but maybe you can help me chase down those last few parts?
Off and away.
There's just too much to do around here, and too few gnomes on their feet to help. The High Tinker has asked me to start converting some of our old bots and parts from Operation Omegon. I hope to have a new line of multi-bots ready for a field test soon. Now, I don't suppose you'd have some time to help, do you? Well, there are all kinds of parts scattered around. Pick up anything. You bring it back to me. You never know what could be you never know what could be useful.
Right.
I don't know why I'm making this into like a New Yorker guy, but I believe there was a old quest here in Classic that had you picking up parts too. Similar, but very different from this. Look at this. People are like healing from radiation in Nomergon. It's kind of wild, actually, what was going on down there. I also think the quest to pick up parts in Classic had you picking up like 20 different parts. This is only 7, which is much more manageable. And we'll get 2 more here. Easy enough. I do like Dunmurrow. It's a pretty zone. These are fantastic. Let's see what we can put together. Hey, would you be interested in testing our prototype once I'm done? If the multi-bot works, it'll help us do all kinds of jobs that are unpleasant or dangerous for us gnomes. After Thermoplug detonated his irradiator at the end of Operation Omegon, toxic clouds and ooze began bubbling up at the old airfield south of town. You know, if we don't get it under control, the contamination could spread to the rest of our lands. Hey, take the multi-bot with you and bring it close to the geysers and the green pools at the toxic airfield. Your bot should spring into action. Okay, sweet. Do I take this little fellow with me? I also have a quest down here. Let's see. From Tox Sprocket. Most of us have seen the sickly and deranged gnomes suffering from exposure to the poisons and radiation of Nomergon. Eventually, they'll devolve further until they become mindless, but mostly harmless puddles of toxic sludge. My research suggests that we may even be able to restore them from their state. Go to the toxic airfield to the south, subdue the toxic sludge I told you about, and bring back the possessions of the gnomes they once were.
Now.
Alright, so we need to get to this airfield because it seems like things are going crazy down here. So let's make our way and see what's going on. And we have another quest on the way, too. I don't know where this quest is, though. Is it in one of the buildings? Or behind the building? I can't... Kind of seems like it's behind the building. Yeah, it is. Corporal Fizzwhistle.
Greetings.
Tox Spray Sprocket. Spry Sprocket has some crazy theory about these toxic sludges being the last remnants of gnomes, so my men have orders not to engage them for now. However, the toxic airfield just south of us is teeming with living contamination. There are elementals composed of contaminated water and other toxic materials. Left unchecked, they'll overrun the town. You help us dispose of them?
Off and away.
Sure, of course. Are these them? Let's pump them. Big damage. Big damage, big damage. Not really, actually. Kind of slow damage. What is my sword? It looks awesome. It's this very light saber, and it's literally a lightsaber. That is the coolest low-level green weapon I've ever seen. I did not know that's what you get. That's so cool. Very light saber. I love it. I'm doing no damage, though. This music's all brand new, too, as far as I'm concerned. I'm kind of just hitting on all this stuff here. I need to clean up geysers somehow. Hit the toxic sludge. Gibble wilt at some point I might have to get, but not yet. How do I down the geysers? That I don't know. Somehow I did it? Oh, I must bring him to them. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so let's bring him over the top of one of these. I think he might clean it up. Yeah, there we go. I love this lightsaber. I can't get over it. That's fantastic. Initiating cleanup. All right, we're gonna keep pushing through here. It's definitely a different vibe than the, you know, original Dun Moreau vibe, but I'm feeling it. It's a cool story. The gnomes get their own little spot. I like it. It's nice. All right, just a couple more of all of these pieces. I need one more toxic geyser, one more living contamination, recovered possession from the toxic sludge. Yeah, I mean, there's like the original snow leopards and stuff that you used to kill in this zone. That's very cool.
I don't have a target.
All right, so one more sludge and one more living contamination. All right, let's do it. Here's a sludge. A couple living contaminations over there before turning.
I need to get closer.
Look at this guy. Wow. And there we go. 3 quests to turn in. I don't remember which person's voice sounded like which, so we'll do our best here.
Interesting.
What a relief. Thank you for your help. I hope that gadget engineer Grandspark was working on helps get the airfield cleaned up permanently. Nice, we get a bag and we get a cloak. Looking good at level 5. Did we get any new skills? We got Victory Rush. Strikes the target, causing 9 damage and healing you for 10% of your maximum health. That's awesome. Getting that heal is huge. Alright, so a self-heal for the warrior. Very big, for 10% of health, which is not a small percentage. So that's fantastic. We look so cool. I can't get over this. I was like, why is my weapon enchanted? And it turns out it was just the way this piece looks. Were you able to recover the belongings of any of the irradiated gnomes?
Seeing you.
I can't wait to give this new technology a try. We've lost more gnomes to radiation than we can count. It's time to turn that around.
Have a great day now.
Alright, and one more quest to turn in up here.
I can't attack that target.
Can I help you?
Wow, I never expected it to work on the first trial. I mean, we've succeeded. I wonder what other uses I can find for this handy little guy. Awesome. Alright, we'll have a new quest to pick up shortly, but I think that's going to be episode 1. So thanks for checking out the Let's Play. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel for more. I want to try to get these going more. And we'll check you back in the next one. Thanks, guys.